Hello, it's Raymond, and thank you for pressing that big button, Designing My Ideal Life, because that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I'm going to give you the overview of how to design your entire life in this brief several-minute video, and then you can work on it in detail so that you can actually create your ideal life. Right at the top of Designing Your Ideal Life is called the Big Picture, and the Big Picture has 3 monthly mentor lessons or modules in it. One of them is called Annual Love Letters. And the Annual Love Letters is a special process where you actually identify what your real loves are. Now you might say, well, I know my loves. I love my spouse. I love my kids. That's true, but as a human, you have more than just 2 or 3 loves. What my experience is that you have roughly 15 to 20 loves. And you'll bypass your censor, so it's your real loves, not your social obligations, and you'll be able to categorize your loves, and you'll be able to know exactly what loves you want to work on, so at the end of your life, you're not going to have any regrets. That's wonderful. The next thing is My Life Missions. And you might say, oh, life missions, I've seen corporate mission statements, they're all a bunch of garbage. They are, but not this one. You're going to love the mission statement that you create for yourself, and it's going to be very meaningful. So let's start talking right now about what a mentored life is, because you've already got enough to understand one little bit of a mentored life. You come from your loves. That means you do only what you love, and as you stay in the program, you'll be doing more and more and more of what you love and less of what you don't love, and you go towards your life missions. So each of the actions you take is out of love, and you go towards your life missions so that you have a truly meaningful life instead of spending your life doing the chores that you need to do to just get by. I hope this is sounding very exciting to you, because a mentor life is exactly what you have right now. The third part of the big picture is the annual backwards goals. And we write these every year. You could do it right now at the beginning of your monthly mentor life. And then, of course, we redo it in December every year. So we've got our entire year organized in advance. Why do we call it backwards goals? You'll see. You'll see. You know the old line, it's easier to make the second million than the first, so I'm going to start on my second million. I know it's a joke, but it's real. It is actually easier to do things the second time because your mind knows you've already done it. And so we write goals, annual goals, as if we've already achieved them, looking back at our accomplishments instead of looking forward at our goals, and it tricks our mind into making it easier for us to achieve it. It may sound like a bit of a mind game, but heck, if the mind game lets you achieve your annual goals easier, hey, bring them on. That's what I say. And that's the big picture. Now, the next thing is called Ideas in Waiting. I hope you don't mind. I've got it right here, and I'm looking at it because I don't want to forget anything. This is a very exciting form, and I want to cover all of it for you. The next is Ideas in Waiting. And the Ideas in Waiting have 2 processes or lessons or modules for you. One is called the Priority Organizer, and the other is called the Future Generator. The Future Generator is a fun form where you take all your ideas, everything in your mind, oh, I've got to pick up the dry cleaning, all the way to you want to write a book. Like whatever it is, little goals and tiny goals, you write them all down in a very special way on the Future Generator. It's not goals that you need to accomplish, it's goals in waiting. It's ideas that you have for the future. It's a place to warehouse all your ideas that you may in the future turn into goals. And then this amazing thing called the Priority Organizer is like a wiener machine. Have you ever seen these machines that make wieners where you push all this meat into the top and then you grind the handle, and out the other side comes all these wieners nice and clean and in order and in a row? That's exactly what the Priority Organizer does. You put all your ideas, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. You put all your ideas on the top, and then you turn the crank, and honestly, it's exactly like that, and what comes out the other side is the exact order that you should be doing your goals in. Not should according to Raymond, not should according to some cosmic order, should according to what you want to do in your life, and it's different for every person. If 20 different monthly mentor members had the same list of things they wanted to do, each one would have a different priority that they would do it in. The Priority Organizer tells you what should be done according to your own priorities. It's a very personalized program. It's very, very exciting. And now the next bunch of stuff, the next set of processes is in a topic called producing results. Now here's where it gets very, very exciting. You see, we've already got the big picture, and we've already got our ideas in waiting, and now we want to produce our results. Well, there's something that's in the way of producing results, and that's obstacles. So I have created two, not just one. For everything else, there's only one process, but for overcoming obstacles, there are two processes. One is called overcoming obstacles, obviously, and the other is called the total ingredients process, but it's also on the topic of overcoming obstacles. So if you've got some big obstacles that are in the way of you achieving some of your major goals, all you do is do one or both of those processes about overcoming obstacles, and you'll be able to just cut through all that clutter and be able to produce your results. Now the centerpiece of this part is called the mainly form, where you'll record your goals every single month. You'll take all the ideas from the forms that we've already done, and in a very mentored way, you'll selectively and properly choose the goals that are the best for you to work on, and you work on them every single month on the mainly form, and there's a little wallet-sized mini mainly form that you carry around with you so that you can remember what your goals are during the month. And at the end of the month, on the mainly form, you actually score your success. You'll get a number like 23 or 31 or 62. You'll actually have a number that tells you exactly your measurable monthly progress. So you can compete against yourself, compete against friends, or just see how you're doing. It's very, very exciting. And then at the very bottom is acknowledgement. I'll teach you how to acknowledge in a very, very special way. So the first thing you do is you go down through the system that I've just explained, and then you go up to the top. Because once you've gone down through that whole system, you'll learn more about yourself, and maybe you'll want to revise your big picture, and maybe you'll want to have more ideas in waiting. And then of course you'll want to have a new mainly form every single month. And that's the overview of your ideal, designed, mentored life. That's how it works. Now it's going to take you anywhere from a half an hour to a few hours to do each one of those processes. But this is just an overview to show you how exciting your mentored life's going to be. What I'd like you to do is look just below this video, and you'll see some buttons where you can download some very, very exciting items that you'll need in order to do the processes that we've just been talking about. Also, stay tuned for some very exciting emails from me to help you, to inspire you, to explain even more, and to make sure you get into this wonderful program. So click on the buttons right below to get those downloads right now and to get into this wonderful, ideal, designed, mentored life.